I just got a new Jackery 1000 and I thought it would be interesting to show you all how I intend to use it with my teardrop trailer. This is an off-road teardrop trailer that I've had for 4 years now, and we take it out into the mountains with my Wrangler and off-road with it. Camp in this for 2 weeks and off-road with the Jeep on the Colorado trails. And there's always been a few things that we couldn't power any 110 devices. We have a battery here that runs the USBs so we can recharge stuff and run iPods and stuff like that. But couldn't take anything that required 110 until now. So I'm going to show you a little bit closer what I'm planning to do and how it works. A little bit of background: a teardrop is a queen size bed in here. I'll show you in there, and there's a kitchen in the back, and I'll show you that in just a second. So here is the Jackery 1000, and some of you may recognize what we're doing there, but that big cord is my 110 feed into my trailer. So now I have all my 110 plugs working throughout the trailer, not just the 5-volt USBs, but full-blown 110. Coming over here, the bed's not made, so pardon me, it's in storage mode. So for example, there's a 110 outlet right there that I can plug a small ceramic heater into, which will heat this small space. This is the queen size bed. We'll heat that quite nicely. We're planning on preheating the bed, or the bedroom, if you will, and then just staying warm within the heat that's left over with a warm sleeping bag. But we can preheat our bed now. And over here is the kitchen. As we open this, you'll see we have a sink and a stove. But we've always had to hand grind, for example, our coffee grounds every morning, which took several minutes. Now we can have an electric grinder. We can plug in our electric toothbrushes. That was always a hassle because the Jeep has a 110 converter in it, inverter I should say, but it was always a hassle to have to take the toothbrushes with us in the Jeep. Now we can just plug them in here. That's the sink running, the water pump running on 110 now. It'll run on the battery, so that's fine. But now I'll show you one more thing here. If I plug this into the battery, you can see that the battery system has 13.5 volts in it. Zoom in there a little bit for you. Don't know if that's focusing, obviously not. But that's showing 13.5 volts, which is going to charge the battery. Right now the battery is disconnected, but if I turned it on, we'd get a charging battery. So it opens up a lot of things for us. And then what we're going to do is just take this. The Jeep has a 12-volt plug in the back. We set that in the back when we're off-roading and recharge it during the day. Because we don't have solar panels yet. I could see us getting solar panels, but right now we'll just charge it off the 12-volt in the Jeep throughout the day and bring it here while we're in camp and have 110 volts of power to run all the 110 stuff we want. Now, for full disclosure, I will say Jackery's going to send me a small gift for posting a video. That is what's motivating me to make this video. I'm not a prolific YouTuber, but that's what's promoting me to make it. It's not influencing what I'm saying. As far as the product itself, we haven't used it a lot, but the build quality seems very high. It worked right out of the box as expected, and I've ran several things on it. I've run it down a couple of times and charged it back up, but the build quality is very solid. I love the size of it, the compactness, and what it's going to do for us. I'm also putting it in my head as a backup, both to the battery on this system I always worry about running our battery down. Right now, if it gets too low, I have to hook it up to the Jeep and run the Jeep engine to charge the trailer battery, or obviously pull the trailer to the next spot. But if we don't want to do that, I start worrying about running the battery down. With the Jackery, that worry goes away, and adds the 110 ports outlets in addition to that. So it's going to be nice. I will let y'all know. We're going the first 2 weeks of August out to Colorado for a couple of weeks, and we're going to make good use of the Jackery 1000.
Will the Jackery 500 make a cup of coffee? Let's see, I just got this drip coffee maker, and it's a 5-cup, 600 watts, and I have a Jackery 500, so we will turn the display AC on. I'm only at 37% right now due to the fact that I've been using this all week. Let's add a little bit of coffee here. And let's add some water. Close the lid. So after a few minutes, the coffee is percolating. It looks like we will get plenty of coffee for a couple cups there. I am currently at 31%, so it's gone down 6%. Still showing 487 watts. So yes, you can use this to make a cup of coffee if you have one of the 600 watt drip coffee makers. This is going to taste delicious. Okay, the coffee was made. It looks delicious. It smells delicious. Let's just pour a little bit in my cup. For those coffee lovers, this is going to be wonderful news. Now when you're out camping, you have a simpler way to enjoy some coffee. And the hot plate keeps your coffee warm, so that's pretty nice.
I thought I didn't have to review this until I went camping, but this is the Jackery 1000. I don't know if you can see, it's a glare going on. I've got a 96% of a battery, and it is a 185 watt, I think, output. And I'm running my LG refrigerator. The power is out and it is on in here. It's running this. So I think I have, according to this table, a 828 watt output. And yeah, it's doing it. It is doing it right now. So might get a couple more of these. Yep, it is on. Yep. Might get a couple more of these. Our fridge. So I can run some of my other appliances and not maybe have to unplug my refrigerator if I wanted to turn on my toaster oven or microwave. So yeah, I'm highly pleased with this. I just plugged it in, but it's working. It's doing its job. So 5 stars.
Okay, so this is the Jackery Explorer 1000. If you hit the display here, you can see here you have the battery level, 99% is fully charged. You have the input and output to show you the battery levels coming in and out. And then you have your AC, 3 AC ports, your input, and that's for charging the device with your standard outlet. And then you have 2 USB-C ports, which is great because they're modern ports for charging, you know, your smartphones, 2 USB-A standards, and then you have your standard cigarette lighter. So a lot of people have these for camping. It's about 20 pounds and it's portable, so it's, you know, it's not too bad. It has even a light here. But the practical application is I have a refrigerator here. I'm in a house and my house has lost power, and you can see that everything is off. If I swing over, that's because I have the outlet unplugged. So I'm going to hit the AC button here. I'm just going to plug it in. And then you can see here all of a sudden it says output 200 watts. That's what my refrigerator is pulling. If I swing back over, my refrigerator is on. Just to give me that extra reassurance, keep that house going so my food doesn't spoil. So Jackery Portable 1000.
Okay, so let's go up here, and I wanted to just show you this is a solar panel that we got. It's pretty awesome. This thing just folds in half. It's actually a solid panel, so it's really easy. There's a plug in the back, and you can move it really easily anywhere the sun is coming from. So let me show you downstairs. Okay, so now we come down here and we have the generator. And this is pretty cool. So you can see right now we're at 78%. We have about 67 coming in. Right now 0 going out because this is charged already. So I'll just take this out. Oops. I can shut that off. But it's pretty cool because anything you plug into it, you can see what it'll actually draw. Well, let's see if we try this little air conditioner and put it over there. Hi, Wednesday. Wednesday's trying to figure out who I'm talking to. Okay, so let's put this here. And, okay, so we'll plug this in. Turn this on, and we'll watch what happens when we turn this on. Sorry for the fingers in the way. Oops, let me do it this way. Okay. So now, we're still getting like 67 in, and we're only sending 8 out with this little guy. So, doesn't use much. It has ports for your cell phone and USB. See it later. I just love it because it can actually help you figure out exactly the watts that you're using on an item. And this is a Jackery 1000. They make smaller, like 500, so we figured this would be good for the boat. And it's really not very heavy. It's very small. I'm just so excited with it. Things got a lot easier on the boat with power. Anyway, that was just another item that we absolutely love.
Hi, my name is Mike. I'm a full-time van lifer and artist, and I've been living out of this van for the past 3 years. And over that time, I've come to realize how important it is to stay powered up while out in the wild, boondocking in cities, or even parked in your friend's driveway, like I am here. I'm going to share a little review of the newest Jackery Explorer 1000. But first, let me tell you a little bit about where I'm coming from and how I use this latest product from Jackery. On the roof of the van, I have 300 watts of solar panels. Inside the van, I have 365 amp hours of AGM batteries that allow me to keep the lights on, keep my food cold, and run all the other appliances and gadgets. Most of the time, that's all the power I need. However, there are times when that house power just isn't enough, and it's nice to have a secondary battery to get me through long nights, cloudy days, or there's moments when I don't want to drain my house battery for some little task like running a power tool or something like that. And that's where the Jackery Explorer solar generator comes in. This is the Jackery Explorer 1000. It's a 1000 watt-hour lithium battery housed inside a rugged plastic case. Now you're not going to be taking this thing backpacking or hiking or mountain biking, but it's perfect for van lifers, RVers, overlanders, boaters, even off-grid cabin dwellers. It can be used for outdoor events like running speakers or lights. But more than just being a battery, Jackery has packed all sorts of tech into this build to make power easy and accessible wherever you are. The Jackery 1000 is the largest in the Jackery lineup. It is called the 1000 because it contains a 1000 watt-hour battery and a 1000 watt inverter. The unit measures approximately 13 by 9 by 11 inches and weighs about 22 pounds. A big improvement over the earlier Jackery models is that this unit has 3 110 volt pure sine wave outlets. A pure sine wave gives me peace of mind that the power coming out of the Jackery is safe for my sensitive electronics. The smaller models only have one outlet in this location, and for me, I sometimes use all 3 at the same time, so that is a big improvement. Another thing to note is that the Explorer 1000 has an upgraded MPPT charge controller and charges nearly twice as fast as the other models. There are 3 options to charge the battery. One, you can hook it up to the Jackery 100 watt solar panel. Soon, Jackery will offer a connector with the ability to string 2 of these panels together and charge off the sun in as little as 9 hours. The second way to charge the battery is from a standard 110 volt wall outlet using this cord and DC inverter. Thirdly, and the way that I typically use the Jackery, is to charge it using the 12 volt charging cord. The simple method would be to plug it into the van's cigarette lighter while I'm driving to get a charge from the alternator. However, since I don't drive every day, I've wired up a system that allows the solar panels on the roof of my van to charge the Jackery. By midday, when my house batteries have reached 100%, I have an electronic switch that will start sending power to the Jackery, so I know it's always topped off and ready to go. Over on this side of the Jackery are 4 different USB ports and a 12 volt port. There's a trend in electronics that more devices are starting to use USB-C, and it's nice to see that there are 2 ports dedicated to that. In the van, the refrigerator is the biggest power draw, so I often use the Jackery to keep the food cold in my Dometic 12 volt refrigerator. The display window has all of the same features that the other Jackery power packs have. It reads out the wattage in, wattage out, and overall status of the battery. Overall, this Jackery Explorer is a perfect solution for people who need power on the go. It is available on Amazon for $9.99. That's $200 less than the comparable Goal Zero. And if you use the code VANTHERE200, you can receive $200 off, making this an all-around great deal. And if you're interested in bundling your purchase with 2 Jackery 100 watt solar panels, you can save up to $300. Thank you for checking out my review of this awesome new battery from Jackery. I hope it fuels your adventures, gets you off the grid, and keeps your drinks nice and cold.
just going to have you play next year? But you should always be ready to run the point.
Yeah.
4 days on the trail, running the IceCo, plus some other accessories. Still at 43% on the Jackery. Very pleased with that. Thumbs up on the IceCo and the Jackery 1000.